helpful hints for teachers. With over 25 years of experience, I may have some hints to help your teaching. The IELTS Speaking Test Part 1. The International English Language Testing System, or IELTS Speaking Test, is an 11 to 14 minute interview with a native English speaker. There are 3 parts. In this video we look at the first part of the test, which is 4 to 5 minutes long. We describe part 1 and then a way to help students score better in this part. All tests begin with the examiner recording the detail of the test.
This is the speaking test for the International English Language Testing System, conducted on the 1st of June 2020 at Okayama University for Eiken Osaka JP 512. The candidate is Akiko Fujishima, candidate number 065433, and the examiner is Claire Parinder 989582.
It is good for the student to be familiar with this so not to be fazed by it.
Good morning. My name is Claire Parinder. Can you tell me your full name, please?
This is the student's full name as it appears in their passport.
Can I see your identification, please? Thank you. That's fine.
If your students do not have passports, they should get them as soon as possible.
Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
There are 4 possible first topics. One topic is living spaces.
Let's talk about where you're living now.
Then 4 questions are given. Here are some examples.
Do you live in a house or an apartment? Which is your favorite room in your home? Why? Would you change anything about your home? Why not? Would you like to move to a different home in the future?
Another possible topic is hometown.
Let's talk about your hometown or village.
Then 4 questions are given. Here are some examples.
Where is your hometown? What kind of place is it? What's the most interesting part of your town? What's the oldest place in your hometown? What kinds of jobs do people in your town do? Would you say it's a good place to live? Why? Has your hometown changed much since you were a child?
Another possible first topic begins this way.
Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
For students, there are 3 questions. Here are some examples.
What do you study? Where do you study that? Do you like that subject? Why did you choose this subject? Is it a popular subject in your country? What are your future plans? What do you hope to do when you finish your studies?
For workers, there are 3 questions. Here are some examples.
What is your job? Where do you work? Why did you choose that job? Is it a popular job in your country? Do you like your job? Do you get on well with your colleagues? What was your first day like? What responsibilities do you have at work? Do you plan to continue with your job in the future? If you had a chance, would you change your job?
Following this, there are 2 topics with 4 questions per topic. There is a range of topics and the topics and questions are changed often. Here are some examples. There are usually some more specific topics such as let's look at how the test is marked. There are 4 criteria, each marked 1, no communication, to 9, native speaker. Fluency and coherence. Grammatical range and accuracy. Lexical range. Pronunciation. You can find out more on the internet. Search for IELTS Public Speaking Band Descriptors. Let's look at fluency and coherence. Band 5. Usually maintains flow of speech but uses repetition, self-correction and/or slow speech to keep going. Band 6. Is willing to speak at length, though may lose coherence at times due to occasional repetition, self-correction or hesitation. Band 7. Speaks at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. For students to get a better IELTS score, one skill that is needed is speaking at length. Here is an exercise for 2 students. One student gives answers and the other asks questions and records the interview. The students exchange roles and repeat with different questions. This part gives practice with the actual test. Students transcribe each other's answers. This is a listening exercise and a chance to think about grammar, word choice, and fluency. They write the recording time. If the time is less than 2 minutes, the student is speaking too fast, or they didn't answer all the questions, or gave short answers. 2 to 3 minutes is ideal. More than 3 minutes means speaking too slow, or hesitating, or giving answers that are too long. Each student reads their answers and writes more information for each question. This highlights the importance of long answers, and possible ways to elaborate. Finally, they compare their answers in groups. They can find more ways to give full answers. Like any exercise, this bears repeating with different questions. Students can gauge their progress and realize their weaknesses after 2 or 3 repetitions. I'd like to recommend a helpful resource. Elizabeth Ferguson's website of free resources for the test, IELTSLiz.com. The site is targeted for levels 7, 8, 9, but all the examples are relevant to anyone taking the test. With over 300 pages, the site is extensive and useful to any teacher of IELTS. I hope this video and material is of good use to you. This has been Helpful Hints for Teachers by Gavin Thomas. Best of luck with your teaching.